Welcome back, everyone. I'm going to turn Dear Kimmy into ETB TV. I'm still going to answer questions from clients and friends with anything that they might have, but I'm also going to bring in some education about nutrition, fitness, and health, and a little inspiration as well throughout the month. So, our first question today for ETB TV will be a question from a client, Susan. She said, I hope I'm not alone in this one. As we age or as we live, she knows I like to say it that way, how do we continue to up our game as opposed to getting stagnant or even worse, going backwards? As a 60-plus-year-old woman and way past menopause, how important is it for me to try new things I've never tried before, fitness-wise, in order to keep growing, stay youthful, maintain an active, healthy lifestyle going into my next decade? For example, she asks, do I really need to be learning how to do a headstand at this point, or would that be risking serious injury at my age and fitness level? She's done triathlons, Pikes Peak, skydiving. She's pretty much done it all, it looks like, and she just wants to know how to keep evolving. So it's a great question, Susan, and one that I'm sure many people have. And we all want to keep evolving, or we should all want to keep evolving. Now, the best thing you can do to make sure that you don't go backwards, which was one of your concerns, is to just keep moving your body. Keep consistent. So right now, if you're doing great, you're working out, and you feel good, keep that up. It's as soon as we stop moving that we start going backwards, all right? But then there is this sense of, do I have to keep doing something new all the time? Do I have to keep lifting heavier all the time? Do I have to keep running further all the time? Or will that mean that I'm not going to progress and really challenge myself and change my body? Well, that has a lot to do with risk versus reward. So when you say to me, should I be doing handstands and trying new things like that? I would say to you, well, you need to weigh the risk versus the reward, and also ask yourself, why would I be doing this handstand? Now, if doing handstands is something you've always wanted to do and you haven't ever done it before, and there's this really big need and this want and this challenge that you want to conquer, I would say just get properly trained, get help. Probably don't do it by yourself at this age, because as we age, it's harder to recover from injury. So you do have to be a little cautious about trying new things, but ask yourself the why. Like, is there a reason? I mean, personally, I don't think any of us need to be doing headstands. Now, if you're a yogi, you may say otherwise, and you may think there's a ton of benefits, and there might be. And if for you that benefit is important, by all means, you should go for it. But you should be careful. You should get help. You should ease into it. You should build into it, learn how to do it, all those important things. Risk versus reward. We don't have to keep doing things like handstands as we age to stay fit, to stay healthy, and to keep progressing and not go backwards. But a question that I kind of feel like you're alluding to is, what more do I have to keep doing? Do I have to keep lifting heavier to get stronger? Do some people have to keep running faster to work on speed? Well, as we age, I don't know that we can just keep lifting heavier forever. I mean, I'm lifting the heaviest I ever have, but does that mean I'm going to lift twice as much 20 years from now? Probably not. But does that mean that I'm going to go backwards? Probably not, as long as I stay consistent and change things. So one thing you might want to think about is, how can I keep changing my workouts to keep me progressing forward? Again, not necessarily by just lifting heavier. You could increase frequency of certain types of workouts. You could increase volume of certain kinds of workouts. So in the build program that I had just launched recently, one of the things that was a big shift for everyone was that we did a bigger volume for arms, a bigger volume for legs, upper body versus lower body, instead of just always doing a little bit of everything for full body workouts. So that was a great way to make change, not just by lifting heavier, but by changing the type of workout that you're doing, or I should say volume and frequency. Another thing that you can do is you can work on things like progressive build type programs, where you're actually building over a certain amount of time, say with a strength program, but then you have recovery periods and recovery weeks. So proper builds with proper recoveries. Another way to sort of make some changes without it just being increasing that weight, because the more weight you lift, you are increasing a risk of injury at some point, right? There's only so much I can lift on my shoulders before I might tweak something. So how else can we get that change? You could also make change by changing your workouts overall. If you're a runner and you run all the time, maybe you're like, next month I'm gonna add Pilates into my schedule that I've never done before. Or maybe if you're someone who always does strength and biking, have you ever tried ballet classes? Maybe you try a few ballet classes. Like, try new things. It doesn't just have to be strength and HIIT training. I feel like we're in this period where so many people think that those are the only workouts that are good for us. Everything is good for us, you know? Balance it all out. Try new things. That is going to help you more than anything from going backwards. Is try new things, do progressive builds potentially, increase frequency, decrease frequency. Just keep things changing all the time without the risk of injury. All right, now that's pretty much everything for today. I hope that answered your question, Susan. Sounds like you do it all. Just keep doing it, stay consistent. If you don't want to go backwards, just don't stop moving your body. And of course, for everybody, don't forget to stay on top of consistently eating healthy, because that's another one that's going to keep your body fueled so that you can exercise and that you can get strong and that you can progress as you age without injury so that you feel your best. Now, if you have any comments, please put them below. Please subscribe to the Earn That Body YouTube channel. And if you have a question that you would like me to cover on ETB TV, list it below or shoot me an email to kim@earnthatbody.com. Give this show a like as well, and definitely a share with friends. I have a lot of great episodes coming up, which is why I shifted it a little bit from Dear Kimmy into more of an ETB TV, because I have a whole nutrition education spot that I want to bring to you really soon. So it's going to be right here. So make sure you hit that little notifications right down below so that you never miss a segment or a video that I launch on the YouTube channel. That's it for now. Thanks so much, everyone. I will see you for the next ETB TV.